morning. Heading back to London. What do you guys think we're bringing home? We got a gooseneck, we got a pickup truck. We'll see. A lot of real nice equipment up there. Pretty trucks in here. George would like a couple of these. Ain't that thing pretty? They're following me back with the cart. Unfortunately, we can only go 30 miles an hour, so this hour drive is going to be a 2-hour drive, but we'll make it there. Alright, we made it back. You guys ready to see what's on this trailer? Unverferth also sent us down a 5-shank ripper. They call it the Zone Builder, so that's going to be pretty exciting. We wanted to do several acres of ripping last fall. It just never dried out enough. This should help us bust up some compaction as soon as we start getting crops off. That's a big cart, but for now we're going to hook the 1038 on it. The grain cart tractor that we always use is still on our J&M cart. So let's get the 1038 out, get it hooked up, and then Chris from Unverferth, he's going to go through their scale system. I'm really excited to use their scale system. It's a looks like a really good record keeping system, but we do need a how-to on it. So let's get this thing hooked up. Yeah. Got one on the air buildup.
Oh, it's going to be sunlight. Working and moving. So those are the high grease points. With that auto greaser, you're greasing actively all those points throughout operation. It's set with an on time and an off time. So whenever you have key switch power on, the timer will start, and your on time will be in minutes. So it'll grease, say, 2 or 3 minutes, and your off time is an hour.
Just like that, we're Unverferth grain cart certified. Now we just got to get George there. Unverferth was also kind enough to bring us down a seed tender. And this seed tender has more functionality than we are used to, so we're also getting schooled on that. Looks like this thing does a lot of stuff. It's equipped with an onboard scale. Comes with a remote. Oh, you're gonna have to show us how to use this.
Yeah.
He just started it with that remote. That looks, that's pretty neat.
This is our 6-function remote, so it's got capability to swing that conveyor front to rear. You got your front and rear doors for the seed tanks, your conveyor raise and lower, your throttle for the engine, and then your engine start stop. It also has a readout for the scale, so if you have scales on the tender, you can get a readout of what that scale is reading, so you don't have to try to squint to see it from a platform. You can see it right there in the remote in your hand.
I know those scales, those are going to be extremely nice. When I'm planting by myself, it's always a matter of, well, do I have enough seed for another fill up? Do I have enough seed for just a half a fill up? So that's going to be pretty handy.
And all the left here. This is for your conveyor rotate. Please do the seat down here. Just like that. You want to run with the throttle wide open. You got your doors on here as well. The conveyor on off is that 6 function. Okay, we also incorporate on this 55 series. We call it a smooth start. And what it is it's an electronic module that instead of 100% on and 100% engagement of that belt, it slowly brings that belt up to full speed. So you eliminate slippage, you eliminate belt wear, really helps with startup, especially when you have seed already on the belt. I can show you here how to put it into self-fill, if you guys would like. You got 2 latches. You got this over center latch here. Then you got a latch underneath. Then you got leaf spring here. So you're not having to manhandle the whole conveyor. Smooth that out.
Sorry, got a cover for it.
We got this intake hopper down. This is a baffle. So instead of, so for certain crops, like what we recommend to guys, say I'm filling an individual box planter, to ensure we're not getting too much capacity there where it's going to overtake you and you're going to end up overflowing. You can restrict the seed intake by dropping this baffle down.
Okay, I see, yeah.
If you're filling a drill or centrifugal unit, you'd run that wide open. This belt is a unique belt to us. It's actually just like the grain cart tracks. The mold is actually one mold, so you're not adhering cleats to the carcass, and then it's a cup cleat and they're offset. So instead of traditional belt and a tube conveyor where they work against each other, they're offset, so they're truly working with each other. You can see that smooth start. You can see that belt pick up the full speed and it started up.
These are the actual load cells.
Yep, these are the load bars. So we suspend the tank on the undercarriage. So you're also weighing the conveyor, so you're getting a true weight of what you dump out the end of the conveyor. I find it far more accurate than seeing what you're just dumping out of the tank.
So how many units does this seed tender hold?
So this is our 3755. It's a 375 seed unit tender.
Okay, and then you guys got two sizes bigger than this one?
Yes, we built a 3955, which is 400 seed units, and a 4955, which is 500 seed units. Then we have one size smaller, a 2755, which is 275 seed units. And then we get into Pro Box models with a 210 and a 410, which are 2 and 4 box models respectively. So.
The seed tender I always pull around is 200 units, so I'm really excited to be able to tote around basically a whole day's worth of planning with me. So that's going to be nice.
Yeah, you only have to fill her up once.
Yeah. And then how am I going to get dinner? That was my excuse to go home.
It's an excuse to go back and eat, yeah.
Now, Chris, we can haul grain with this too, right? We can haul grain to town with it?
Yeah, sure. You like making a lot of trips.
All right, just like that, we're trained. And it sure is a good looking cart. Hopefully we can use that thing here in like the next couple of days, but I think we're out of harvesting for probably till Monday, would be my guess. And I'd say there's a fairly decent chance that we might be running beans before we run corn. A lot of neighbors are trying them. They're green, very green stem, a lot of leaves on them, but they're still testing sub 13. It's way drier than they were when we finished last year. We're gonna unload this thing over here, but first we're gonna get something to eat. It's 2 o'clock and we haven't had lunch yet. All right, to unload this thing, we're gonna attempt to use our telehandler. The hoist on it still works fine. It's just everything else it doesn't work. Dad's gonna drag it out of here with the hoist, pick this thing up off here, and I'm gonna drive out from under it. Transmission's out on the telehandler, not the skid steer. All right, since today's Friday and we're not going to be harvesting this weekend, one of our goals is to put some gravel over there for the drive over. So it's 3 o'clock, the gravel pit closes in an hour. We're going to get 2 loads of Birmingham gravel. All right, we got our gravel hauled. One thing we need to do with the 8400, need to go over, get the bean planter. We need to bring it over here so we have room for that other grain cart. We need to put this thing in that tractor too. Just gonna real quickly install this thing. Like, basically I'm just gonna take it out of the package and plug it in. If you haven't noticed, we live on a pretty small, narrow road, so it's nice to have radio communication when you're moving equipment down this way. Especially now that school's in, we get a lot of high school traffic. And apparently in driver's ed, they teach kids nowadays to drive on the wrong side of the road. Just like that. It works. Hey Dad, you got a copy?
Yes, I hear you.
Alright, we're pulling this planter out, trying to make room to park that in there. Don't know if we're going to have enough room, but we'll see. We're also putting this seed tender in here because since Unverferth supplied us with that other one, we do not need this one for the fall. Haven't even moved this thing yet, so. Yeah, you're not going to see around this thing. It is definitely wider than smaller cart. They said that you get past the 1100 bushel, they're wider. It's a wide cart. It's hard to see around, but luckily I have some ag cams I'm going to throw in this thing. It won't matter. This building we're getting ready to try and pull in is 12.5 feet tall. The other cart won't fit in it, so we're going to see if this one's any shorter. Hoping that it will. It'll make everything a lot simpler, but if not, well, we just have to move the wheat drill eventually. It does look like it's going to fit. Maybe. Yep, it fit. If it fits, it ships. Right? Yeah, let's take this planter back over to the house. We're gonna put it in a lean-to. That frees that building up. But with the cart fitting over there, we have plenty of room right now. So that's good. So our other cart is so tall it won't fit in that building. That one's a good, I don't know, foot shorter. I got a radio in there. Just pulling my bean planter around in September. It's never too late to plant. That's going to be it for this video. We'd like to thank Unverferth for bringing that cart, the tender, and the ripper down. Those are going to be a huge help this fall. Really looking forward to getting to use those pieces of equipment. It'll be real exciting. So thank you guys for that. So guys, we are planning on resuming harvest this coming Monday. I'm going to try to do some beans, I hope. We're still working on the leg. They think they're going to be hanging leg pipes Monday too, so it won't be long we'll be receiving corn over there, and that's going to be exciting. But thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brian's Farm Views and Facebook at Brown Farms. If you hadn't, hit the thumbs up like thing on the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.